So for my course redesign, I wanted to take you through a quick tour of the online course as it is. So this is Effective Thinking Through Mathematics. This is the introduction page. Over here you can see there are no course handouts, the course rules, fairly straightforward. And you can see down here that it says if this is your first edX course, consider taking the edX 101 course. I thought this was a really good introduction. I'm not going to take you through it all, but that's one of the things that I really enjoyed about it. It gave an introduction to all the different types of problems and activities and assignments that you might see in any type of edX course. So let's get back to the course itself. Here under the courseware tab, you can see all the different activities and assignments along the left hand side of the page. The introduce yourself part. There are obviously a lot of people in this class, and so a lot of introductions where there's really no sense of community. That's one of the things that we talked a lot about in week 1 of our course, that it was important to build a sense of being there and being part of a community, and I really didn't feel that at all in this class. There's a lot of people that introduce themselves, but there's really no interaction, either between the students, student to student, or student to instructor. So that's something that I would redesign. I thought about a couple different ways of doing that, either having a TA or somebody else assigned to a group of students, or basically assigning partners as just sort of a way of feeling connected to somebody in the class. So let's go back to the other assignments along the left-hand side of the page here. So section 1.1 was just the introduction. Section 1.2 was sort of like the introduction assignment, or the introductory activity. I'm waiting for it to load. Okay, so here we have the introduction video for this particular assignment. I went through, and one of the things that I said for the redesign would be get rid of some of the videos. There were 38 minutes worth of videos in the first part of section 2. There were several different videos that I just felt were a bit extraneous. There's really not a lot of information in them that you needed, either for the activity or I think for the course objectives, which is another thing that I wanted to point out while we were here. So this is how you navigate through the course. As far as the navigation goes, fairly straightforward and easy from a student user interface. But speaking about the course objectives, if we go to the syllabus up here at the top, the syllabus contains an overview, which is all well and good, and the faculty, of course, but nowhere does it really tell you what we're learning to do in this course. So as I went through, I was figuring out that, essentially the objectives are to try to use critical thinking as a strategy of solving problems. The particular problems that they chose happen to be mathematical problems and puzzles, but it can be applied really to any areas. These are the 2 texts up here. I won't bore you with going to those links because it's not the entire text anyway. It's just a quick excerpt from each of those texts. And then the progress tab up here shows you your progress as you go through the course, which was decent. I didn't mind that. But it really never tells you, as far as progressing through the course, what the grading scale is. It just says if you complete 50% of the material, you'll receive a certificate. Also, because the class that I was taking had already expired and I was just kind of going through as an observer, there wasn't really a structured schedule. So there's more about this in the write-up, but I did want to include a brief video so that you could at least see how the course was set up, maybe some of the pros and cons. And like I said, the biggest thing that I would change about this class is A, be sure that the course objectives are clearly laid out. As I look on the syllabus, I can't find them anywhere. And even as I go through the weekly assignments, it really doesn't state the course objectives anyplace. And the other thing is there's just There are way too many videos that aren't really relevant to the material. So I hope you enjoyed a quick overview, and like I said, there's more in the write-up to go along with the course remix. Thank you.